Hey, what's going on, everybody? Wes Barker here, magician extraordinaire. I might have added the last part. Might not be true. Wes, you know so many things. Why, thank you very much. Wes, who is the greatest Canadian magician? Well, I'm glad you asked. And it is Doug Henning, everybody. The greatest Canadian magician of all time is Doug Henning. Now, if you are born, let's say, before 1985, then you would have definitely known who Doug Henning is. If you're a little younger than that and you still know who Doug Henning is, then you're paying attention and I love you even more. But many people do not. Not only is Doug Henning the greatest Canadian magician of all time, but he's also one of the most important figures in all of magic in the world, period. And let me tell you why. Doug Henning was a weird dude, no question about it. Look how he dresses. He's colorful, he's weird, he's a full-blown hippie. And that's not what people knew magic as. Back then, magic was top hats and tails, rabbits and doves, wands and canes and capes and, I don't know, think of the Prestige or whatever. Think of Houdini, right? That kind of thing. It wasn't Doug Henning. This is partly where his genius lies. He kind of decided that magic could be anything. It could be colorful and fun, and it could be like a trippy dream if you wanted to. He just cared about amazing the audience. I'm not going to give you the rundown on Doug Henning's entire life, but I will tell you, Doug Henning is a pioneer in at least 3 categories: Broadway, Vegas, and television. In 1974, he opened a Broadway magic show called Spellbound, and it ran for 4.5 years. That had never been done before. It was a box office hit. It was incredible, and that opened the door. Many other shows have found success there, but he was the first one. That opens in 1974 and runs for 4.5 years. In 1975, NBC did a broadcast, like a live show. They're live, he's live, everything's live, and it's called Doug Henning's World of Magic. You can see this show in its entirety on YouTube or watch clips all over the place. If you want to see anything from Doug Henning, you need to look no further than type his name into YouTube, and it is an endless barrage of amazing clips. Truly incredible the amount of work he created in his life in the field of magic. So, 1975, NBC broadcasts this full-on magic special. Again, this is not a common thing. Over the next 10 years, they broadcast 7 more. 8 specials in 10 years on NBC. That is insane. Think about how much material that is, how much content, because every one of these shows, they gotta be different. That is just like creative genius. Meanwhile, he's still doing his Broadway show. He had 2 more Broadway shows after that, and he opened a show in Vegas. He was the first magician to ever have a headlining show in Las Vegas. He had super long runs at MGM Grand and Caesar's Palace, and it literally transformed Las Vegas into the magic capital of the world. When I tell someone I'm a magician, they say, oh, maybe we'll get your own show in Vegas one day. It's that synonymous, Magic Vegas, Magic Vegas. But it wasn't back then. Often Siegfried and Roy get credited with sort of creating Vegas into the magic capital of the world. And yeah, they did. I'm not taking anything away from Siegfried and Roy. They're legends. And they transformed the way illusion shows are done forever. Like, absolutely. But before them was Doug Henning. He really was the start of it all. Now, Doug Henning died in February of 2000. I was only 14 years old. I wasn't even into magic at the time. So my knowledge of Doug Henning was never growing up knowing who he was and watching his stuff. This was all going down the YouTube rabbit hole. He became one of my instant idols, and the fact that he's Canadian, like me, is just a cherry on top. But this guy died at the age of 53. 53! Come on! Joe Rogan's older than that, I think. I don't even know. Lots of people are older. Paul Rudd's probably older than that. I'm giving bad examples. All I'm saying is, when you're 53, your body of work is far from over. The guy should have had at least 25 more years. And that's when I'm like, whoa, what would Doug Henning have done with 25 more years? If you can't tell, I'm very passionate and absolutely love Doug Henning, even though our magic styles are nothing alike. All right, let's watch a few clips from Doug Henning, some of my favorites. Here is him vanishing an elephant. Look at the sparkly lights and the dancing. Like, this is like a kid's dream, you know, like a child. So much dancing. Anytime you can come on stage riding an elephant, though, you're kind of winning, right? I'm gonna put that on my bucket list now.
Just stay calm.
He's a very little man. He's a small guy.
Steady, girl. Steady. Steady. Just relax. Where are you going? Steady. Calm down. Calm down. Okay. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you won't believe it, but the elephant is now gone!
Such a nice little subtlety there. See how he let go with one hand? The elephant was already vanished at that point, but it looks like he's still standing on because he can hang on like this. I actually don't know how he was holding on so easily. It's pretty remarkable. This one is unquestionably my favorite one. It's called Things That Go Bump in the Night. I love this one. I mean, so weird. Let's try and get past the dancing and the corniness and just watch how beautiful this trick is. It's so fair and so clean. For sure he's smoking something though. Like, look at how crazy this is. So good. It's crazy how long before something actually happens. How? Where? It's so fair. They completely expose the box. I mean, I know how this illusion's done, but every time I watch it, I'm re-amazed by how clean it looks. What are we thinking here? LSD, mushrooms? What's he on? Something. It's so good. Do not take edibles and go watch this show. I love that he's back in front like that. Come on. Come on. The last guy to go in the box. Yet he's the one out front in the red. And this box is... just sitting on a spinning. I love it. Super fair. Oh, this guy. I forgot he was there. Wow. I mean, I'm sure you can see why I love it. And again, I know we're so used to magic now. I mean, it's 2021. We've seen it all now. But imagine it's literally 45, 50 years ago almost. Like, you hadn't seen anything like it. There's no YouTube videos like this. There's nothing. It is truly, truly incredible to me. Here he is with Kermit the Frog on the Muppet Show. Look at this. So magical and weird and fun. You going in? They're going in? Come on. This is what magic is supposed to feel like, you know? Like, this is when a kid thinks about magic, I think this is the kind of stuff they imagine. It's too cool. From a magic standpoint, it's just so, so, so good. Please go on Google and look up Doug Henning and enjoy. I'm just happy that if you didn't know who Doug Henning was and you were learning now, that makes my heart happy because you're literally learning about an amazing magician who's like such a pillar of the magic community and the reason magic is the way it is now, for making magic popular again, for breaking the mold of traditional magic, whatever the hell that meant. This guy's responsible. So, I mean, the fact that you now know about him if you didn't before, or I just reminded you about how dope he is, then that is job well done on my part, and we're all better for it. That is Canada's greatest magician. I mean, we all know who number 2 is. No? Okay. No. One day. I can only hope. I can strive. Thanks a lot, team. Really appreciate you stopping by, and I will see you next one. If you have any Doug Henning stories or extra facts that I missed, throw them in the comments, because there's still stuff I don't know, and I'd love to hear about it. Let's start a little conversation down there. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks, team. Bye.